Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got an interesting show for you on this one. All right, let me pull up this screen. Uncle Lou's at it again. He can't quit talking about the Vols. He's got to use the word gimmick and all this kind of crap, even though we've got the #1 offense in the country. I think this is just kind of his stick. He must enjoy poking the bear a little bit. And look, you know, they won last year at Sanford with their 90,000 screaming fans, and good for them. But they've got to come to Neyland this year. So we'll see how squawky he is during that whole situation. But anyway, let's get into what Uncle Lou had to say. And I know some of you don't like Uncle Lou, and I totally understand. I get it. But anyway, let's cover it anyway.
Look, Tennessee could be 6, Tennessee could be 8, Tennessee could be 11. I've seen Tennessee at 14, replacing Hendon Hooker, right? And their 2 best wide receivers. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. Tennessee's offense is a giant gimmick, and it's plug and play.
What? Tennessee is a gimmick. That's all they can do. What? That's all I know to say. Gimmick.
If you've got a quarterback who understands the offense, if you've got offensive linemen and receivers who are capable of getting up off the ground and snapping the ball 3 seconds after the previous play ends, Tennessee's going to put up a lot of numbers over the course of the season on offense. It's a gimmick offense. They run plays while the other team is still on the ground, and they score a lot, and that's going to continue. Joe Milton is Stetson Bennett's age now, 25, 26 years old. He's been in college since 2018. So all the jokes you made about Stetson Bennett last year, you can now make them about Joe Milton. The difference is Stetson Bennett's got 2 national championship trophies and a visit to New York for the Heisman ceremony. Joe Milton doesn't have any of that. It never will. Tennessee's not winning the national title. Their defense is the problem, and it's going to continue to be for them in 2023. On top of that, they got to play at Alabama this year, whereas they got Alabama at home last year. Tennessee's biggest win since the 90s, beating Alabama. They got to travel to Tuscaloosa this year and play that game. They do get Georgia at home, but Georgia has figured out the Josh Heupel gimmick offense. In 2 years against Josh Heupel, Georgia's defense hasn't given up 30 points total. I mean, I think they've scored 2 touchdowns in each game they've played against Georgia. 2 last year, 2 the year before. For whatever reason, Georgia's got it figured out, whether it's talent, whether it's coaching, whether it's scheme, whether it's Tennessee just showing up and knowing they don't have a chance. I don't know. Now, the game is in Neyland. That'll be Georgia's toughest game of the year for sure, on the road in November. Tennessee, it's hard to imagine Tennessee beating Georgia, but even if they do, you've all seen Georgia's schedule, who we'll talk about later in this video. Georgia's schedule is a joke. I'm a Georgia fan, and I will admit it's just a joke.
Now, look, we all got to say it. This is a team that needs to get beat so bad, Georgia. I mean, they just do. I do not see them winning another national championship. They lost Todd Monken, who was their best offensive coordinator they've ever had, and that really helped them a lot. Now, the Stetson Bennett thing, look, Stetson was good, all right? I thought he was good from day one. He's very tricky and quick and elusive, and he makes good passes. I mean, he's just one of those smart guys. So, we'll see how they do without Stetson, that really good, game manager. He was a little more than a game manager, too. So we'll see. But this team needs to go down.
Let's get ready to rumble!
That's just all there is to it. And unfortunately, y'all encourage Cousin Earl. And I've told you not to encourage him. Well, he definitely wants to chime in on this Uncle Lou thing. So let's see what he's got to say.
Uncle Lou? They ought to call him Uncle Who, because who gives a crap what he thinks? Gimmick this and gimmick that. That seems to be all that boy can talk about when he talks about them Vols. Well, let me tell you something. You may find out like the Crimson Tide did last year. When you come up here to Neyland, you ain't going to have that crowd causing all kinds of problems and offsides and whatnot. Yeah, you're going to be coming up here. You'd better get your rabbit's foot out, because you may need a little bit of luck. We'll see you come this fall.
See, folks, now I told you not to encourage him. Now he's going to want to be in the show from time to time. And anyway, I thought we'd talk about this gimmick crap. Look, it's the #1 offense in the country. He's been doing it for years and years and years. If it was a gimmick, you don't think they would have figured that out? Let me tell you what Georgia had going for them last year. They had 90,000 people screaming, causing our team to go offsides about 6, 7, 8 times. I don't know how many times it was. That's what stopped our offense the most. But granted, Georgia's defense was really good and loaded with 5 stars. There's no doubt. But look, Alabama had a ton of 5 stars too, but they were at Neyland. That was the big difference. So we'll see what they do up here in Knoxville next year. We will be their toughest game by far, and he knows it. It's not like he's living in La La Land. He just likes to throw some mud at us from time to time. But he'd better hope they win that game next year, because if they don't, it's going to be brutal. We are going to wear that dude out.
Woo! Woo! 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo! The guarantee. Woo! Hunker down one time, dogs.
Dobbs leaves it. They're bunched up in the end zone. It's tipped up. It's caught. It is caught. Jamar Jennings. Jamar Jennings. That's there, but he did not get to the ball. Here he is, the tallest guy. He did not get to the ball.
I can't even do it.
Out. Anyway, if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover the Vols and all this other smack talk. There will be a response. There always will be. Nobody's going to talk smack about us and get away with it. And if you've not subscribed, it's right here on your right, my left. I've been corrected on that. It's in reverse. Anyway, hit that subscribe button. It costs you anything. Nothing. Just hit it. Boop. And you're done. And right over here is my most recent video. And we'll see you next time on Sports Talk J.